Do you guys have any thoughts to add about fetishizing people, whether or not porn does that, whether it's good or bad?
Well, I'll clarify that Sinn and I talked about this with Arden in one of my favorite episodes, and I will make sure that that is linked in the show notes for this one. So if you want to have a longer exploration of that idea, it's well worth your time. But in the meantime, Sinn, what would you say?
It's so tough because I think and feel and wish that we would be capable of doing both, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think there's a space where it is okay to fetishize something, because that's just what turns you on. But again, the problem comes when we strip that human being of their humanity, and just replace that with the fetish. And it's just so difficult to think, like, where is that line? So it's for example, it's those men watching trans porn in Texas or Florida, and then being totally cool with jerking off to it and deleting it and putting that away, and then walking into their job as a politician and voting to strip rights from trans people. Like, that's when, that's when it's problematic. That's when you've erased the humanity of that person in favor of getting off of the fetish that person might embody for you. It's the same thing with race issues, and so fetishizing Asian people or Black people, and it's okay for you to jerk off to that shit, but then you leave that and go out into the world and you're a piece of shit racist who doesn't think they deserve the same rights as white people or whatever. So I think it's like we need to align our values internally, and enjoy what you enjoy, but then recognize there's humanity behind that too. And that would be a nice step in the right direction.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't want to overly repeat everything that we said on that last conversation, Sinn, but it really sticks out in my memory because there were at least two pieces that I thought were so beautiful, which at the top we talked a little bit about Esther Perel and that reality that in order for two to become one, they have to be separate in the first place. Like, we have to be able to somewhat objectify our partners, but it's a tense push and pull that has to be done mindfully and carefully. And by that same token, we talked a little bit about kink.com back in the old days, and the way that they would have these interviews on camera with performers, just sort of reminding everybody, this is play acting. This is not for real. We can absolutely brutalize each other, and it's fun and it's fine and it's great and it's wonderful, in the exact same way that we can murder people in a Shakespearean play by not actually murdering them, right? We don't actually hurt each other, or at least not in ways that are damaging or problematic. So objectification, to me, that's what it comes down to. Is somebody being harmed, and are we remembering their humanity, even if we might be play acting or sort of enjoying temporarily forgetting in these managed ways?
Yep.